Hey guys, Standalone Fight here, and I'm standing here with the director of Company of Heroes 2. If you could just explain a little bit what the game is about for our audience.
Yeah, Company of Heroes 2 is a real-time strategy game set on the Eastern Front during World War II, and you play as the Russians trying to free Mother Russia from the grips of the German invaders.
So it's quite similar to the first game in terms of gameplay and storyline.
Yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, we're trying to deliver the same kind of visceral, intense strategy experience that Company of Heroes delivered. I mean, it was one of the highest-rated strategy games of all time, and that's a high bar to follow. But we think that Company of Heroes 2 is well on its way. It's very exciting, brand new engine, so the game looks great, and the big story of the Eastern Front, this huge epic conflict. And that's something we're bringing to life with the new game.
Awesome. I also heard you were adding a new mechanic to the game where, say for example, if fog was going to go across the map, it would actually make it harder for the troops to hit the other troops. Could you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we have a system we call True Sight, and basically it takes the environment into account when calculating what the troops can see. So their sight is blocked by trees and fences and buildings. And what it does, it adds a lot of tactical depth to the game because you can only see what your troops can see. And so now you don't know if there's something behind a building that's going to ambush you or something that's sneaking around your flank. So you have to pay a lot more attention to the environment of the gameplay.
So what other kind of tactical features can we see in this game that will affect the gameplay and how the user has to strategize?
Well, we've got new for Company of Heroes 2. We allow the troops to vault over cover. It means instead of being blocked by fences and objects, they can actually hop over them, and that adds a lot of sort of dynamic movement to the battlefield. I mentioned the True Sight. Obviously, it's very important on sort of the gameplay and how people use the environment. We've also got deep snow and cold weather. This being the Eastern Front, they fought a lot of that war in the depths of the Russian winter. And so troops are slowed by movement through deep snow, they're encumbered, they're affected by cold, they can suffer from hypothermia, and so players have to keep their troops alive and in cover, use vehicles to keep them warm, sort of maneuver around deep snow so their troops aren't slowed down and targeted by the enemy.
So there's definitely a lot to think about when actually playing the game, so you can't just go straight into there, send a troop in the middle of snow. You have to actually make sure they're staying warm. They got some supplies, presumably.
Yeah, I mean, unit preservation is a really important part of the franchise. So I mean, it's the Eastern Front, and the Russians spent lives, with near abandon. But in the game, you got to keep your guys alive. You want to, they'll learn veterancy. You want to keep those guys alive, so they're going to get more effective and more powerful. You have to manage the cold and the effective winter. And so, it really brings you into that kind of intense experience and gives you maybe, just a little taste of what combat might have been like on the Eastern Front.
So is there anything else you'd like to add about the game that maybe you haven't had a chance to talk about yet?
Company of Heroes 2 is coming out in 2013 for the PC. Keep your eyes peeled for some upcoming betas. We'll get people involved in that.
Will it be available on console?
Just PC.
Yeah, good man. PC is always the best platform. Thank you very much for this interview, and thank you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.